Alright, I'll be back in a second, fellas.
It's time to start the music. It's time to turn on the lights. It's time to start the action on the Dave It Yourself show tonight. Yeah, yeah. Hello, friends. Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully everybody can hear me just fine. I'll try not to yell. Let me turn down the background music there on the old Roku TV. All right. And I will try to move this out of the way. Thank you so much, friends, for showing up this evening. I greatly appreciate it. I like chatting with you guys a little bit before the show starts. Let me get my show notes out here so I can see what we got going on for tonight, because we have a lot going on, folks. A lot. Again, thank you so much for attending the After Dinner with Dave live stream Sunday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Try to do this for about an hour, but to be honest with you guys, I'm actually almost interested in making it a little bit longer. To test that, I actually have a premiere video that's going to come out after this particular episode tonight. It comes out at 7:15, so give you a little bit of a smoke break if you need it or whatnot. And then if you want to join me with that live stream, you'll see for about, I think it's like an 8-minute video. It's nothing big, but what I mentioned to you before, that I had a lot of my stuff still in storage. You've seen that Aero Scout that's still wrapped in plastic. I'm about to show you what that storage unit looks like. So if you want to see that, I highly recommend check it out. So thank you so much. So anyway, so let's get on with this. Again, thank you so much for the attending the Dave It Yourself channel, the #1 show on YouTube where the pilot has congenital anosmia. So thank you for that. This show is brought to you by Tangerine Tito's. No, this is not a real product. I made it. It is Tito's, but it has some I think it's Kroger brand or something, just water squirt stuff, tangerine flavors. There you go. Also, you may notice in the background, got some Dave It Yourself shirts in. You may have seen it on my most recent video. Hello. Very nice. With nice on the back. And you may have just recently have seen my F-15 video. And if so, I love this plane. I love this plane so much. Love this plane so much. So, as a matter of fact, I love this plane so much that you may notice on the table here, there's a box. Let me just go ahead and grab this microphone so I don't lose you. But you may notice that there's this box here for an F-15. And you may be asking yourself, Dave, why do you have another box for an F-15 on your desk? And the reason for that is because so I went ahead and got another F-15 with the Oregon livery on it. Yeah, so let me just show you how sweet this thing is. Ha ha! Ha ha! The Ravel kit, model kit, F-15, National Guard, Oregon, 75th anniversary edition on there. Yes, sirree, yes, sirree, yes, sirree. So I'll be putting this bad boy together because I love this plane so much. And if you saw my video yesterday, yeah, what a great flight. So let me go ahead and start off with a little bit of shout outs here. Let me scroll back up here a bit. I see I got a bunch of folks in there. You may have noticed, and I don't have any of the information in the actual description right now, but earlier I had, no, it's not in there. So anyway, earlier I had a listing. I finally went ahead and got rid of the board for the bingo. I got everything on the computer now, so it's easier to see. Also have all of the verified subscribers on there as well. I had it copy pasted to my last live stream when I was testing all this out a few minutes ago, and when I was like, oh, okay, that looks good, and I was like, stop, and then it was like, oh crap, I just closed out that live stream. So anyway, I was talking to Mike SSI earlier. I apologize, Mike. I'm so glad you found this stream. He had mentioned that he was not on that list because that list was on there, and then I actually even added the bingo list, so you'll get a chance to see where everybody is on the bingo list. But I have that also here in front of me, so I'll break that out as well. So we'll go over that here in just a bit, because the prize box is fired up and ready to roll. Actually, I don't have the lights on in the prize box, but you get it. The lights are on in there when it's not. So let's see what we've got going on today. Okay, so drink of the show, already talked about that. Tangerine Tito's. Word of the day. Okay, friends, here we go. We're going to do a little word of the day because it always helps to expand your word knowledge, right? So here's the word for today. And please tell me in the comments if anybody's ever heard this word used in this way. And when I say this word, you'll be like, the singer? Anyway, here's the word of the day. Dido. D-I-D-O. means a mischievous trick or prank, as in, the senior class had been planning their end-of-year Dido for months. Anybody ever said, hey guys, let's get together when you're a senior in high school? Hey, let's get together and put together that Dido. I know I didn't. I graduated from Beaufort High School back in the day, so, you know, maybe that's just we didn't do it. But anyway, put that in the comments if anybody's had that. So there's your word of the day today, Dido, D-I-D-O. So that was cool. So let me go back and do this little shout-out thing here as we go on, because I want to talk about what's new as well. So Shadow Ops, hello, sir. Thank you so much. And I mentioned these shirts here also. These are going to be... while they last. I have extra large, 2XL, and 3XL. So while they last, if you win in the bingo pool and I pull out your prize and you would prefer to have a shirt, that's up for grabs until they're out. Okay? So that's an option for you. So Shadow Ops, hello, sir. Thank you so much for being here. JCB67, hello, sir. Mike SSI. We'll get you on that list, buddy, if you're not already on there. Shadow Ops. Jeff in Lower Alabama, hello, my friend. Good to see you, sir. I need to get your, I need to send that email so I can get you one of these shirts. I just want to give you one, as well as Everything RC, Liam out there. I've been communicating with Liam from Everything RC here lately, and he sent me a video of him and his little brother flying the Ultrix, I think it is, the little E-Flight UMX Ultra. His little brother's so funny, they need to get their own show. Oh my gosh, so funny. So Mike SSI, hello, sir. JCB67, hello, sir. Mr. Butterfield, hello, sir. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate that. Greatly appreciate your time. Who else we got in here? TNRC Pilot, hello, sir. Thank you so much for being here as well. Aerospace Matt, there he is. All right, so I tried to shout out. Now, Matt, I'm glad you're here because I'm about to give you the shout out. So I try to give Aerospace Matt a shout out. Now, everybody that's in the RC, especially if you do the fly stuff, you've probably seen the guys from Britain. I can't remember the one kid's name. It's got the brown spiky hair. Anyway, there's also Tom Stanton, the redheaded kid, who does the trebuchets and does a bunch of cool stuff. Aerospace Matt is our version of Tom Stanton. He is the United States version of Tom Stanton. His channel is awesome. He put stuff together. He put a hovercraft together and used like a Kroger plastic shopping bag. This kid is my kind of kid. Plus, I don't know if that was his car in the background. You could keep it to yourself if it is, my friend. But if it is your car in the background, good choice. Good choice. So good to see you, sir. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. Mr. Hardy, thank you so much. I noticed that I did not have you on the bingo board last week, sir, but I have you on there now. So thank you so much. I'll go over that here in a bit. Mr. Nelson, Tim Nelson, thank you so much for being here, sir, as well. Boss223, hello, sir. Good to see you as well, because you're busting some humps there with getting those names in the hat there. So good stuff. Tug Hill, thank you so much for being here as well. And again, thank you so much for your email previously. Who else we got up in here? Okay, so looking good. All right, so that's a good deal. So that's a pretty good shout out. We do have some bingo going on today. You may notice, if you notice right here, and I'll just prelude with this, I have a couple of Electron batteries here. And these are, let me break out my unfolding glasses. Dollar store. These are Electron 3S 5200 milliamp 50C. Now, why would I have two or need two of the same kind of battery? That's coming up next Sunday. But let me tell you, I blew my wad on that one. Whoa, that's gonna hurt. Gonna have to do some more hooking to get that money back. Anyway, what else we got up in here? BD Tennessee, Tug Hill, hello, sir. Brian Ford, hello, sir. Thank you for being here. I think it is, 11:10 where you are, Brian? Is that right? 5 hours ahead of us? Thank you so much for being here. Brian is technically from the future, because he will be in tomorrow before we get there, fellas. Some Tug Hill, very nice to see you. Okay, so what else we've got going on here? So, wanted to throw out, if you did happen to see my F-15 video, I want to go ahead and throw this out early so that everybody can get in on it if you have seen that. Last week during the live stream, I put out a scavenger hunt to see if anybody would find the first time I used, actually displayed or previewed the Insta360 camera, which nobody got it. I did have quite a few people guess, but nobody got it, so let me just tell you what it was. If you go back and look at it, there's a video, it's literally 8 seconds long, I think, and it's a picture of me with glasses
and the camera's facing me. Well, it's a drone that's flying there because I pick up the drone. Well, I have that camera on the 12-foot selfie pole on my little David-yourself makeshift backpack kind of thing. So that's the first video. So nobody got that. And the first video where it was actually used, I used that backpack with the camera on, and I was running an Arma Stanton, and I was running around a park, and it looked like, since you can make the pole disappear, it looked like it was almost like I was in part of a video game. But when I was doing the flips of the Arma Stanton over the hill, a little kid, literally 2 years old, was like, "Oh, awesome!" So that was the answer for that. So when I give you scavenger hunts, nobody got a chance to get those. You could have had 7 of your name go into the hat if you'd have got all of those, but nobody did. So right now, I'm going to do another one. If you saw my video from last night with the Arrows F-15, there are 2 things about that video. And the first one to mention it in the comments, I will give you 3 extra names in the hat if you guess each one per one. So total of 6 if you get them both. King Joffrey, how are you doing, sir? Good to see you. First thing, I said in the video that there was a car driving around. I named it as a certain type of car. It was not that type of car. If you can tell me in the comments what type of car it actually was, I'll give you 3. Another one, if you watch the second part of the video where the second flight or the secondary cockpit flight, secondary cockpit flight, there it is. Why is that not the secondary flight? Tell me about that. Or tell me what's wrong with that secondary flight. I guess that's more accurate. So anybody got that? Chevy Camaro, Aerospace Matt. Nice, Aerospace Matt. Sorry if I just screamed at the camera. Nice, Aerospace Matt. Yes, sir. You didn't have to put a question mark. You got it there. It was a Chevy Camaro. Those kids that you saw me giving fist bumps in that particular video to, they're part of a car group. So if you see my other videos and you see all the donuts and all that out there, it's like, wonder who's making this. It's those guys. A couple of great kids, though. They've never done any flying. I'd like to teach them how to fly if they get a chance to ever show up. So, yes, sir. Aerospace Matt, you guessed the Chevy Camaro. So, what's the, that's the 3rd flight. RECK'EM Roy, he's guessing. Negative, Ghost Rider. That pattern is incorrect. Camera was off? No, sir. I called it the secondary flight. There's a hit. I'll throw it in there. Sir, Aerospace Matt, you got 3 more of your names coming in there. Thank you, sir. Musky Bob, good to see you in there tonight, sir. If you just watched that, I'm throwing out a little bit of a scavenger hunt, Bob. Tim Nelson, nailed it. Tim Nelson, first flight, yes, sir. And you knew that because the sun was still setting in that secondary flight, and my first flight, the sun was already down. So there you go, sir. Yes, sir, you win. So you get 3 extra names in the hat for the F-15 that I'm giving away, and so does Aerospace Matt. Congratulations, boys. See, if you just watch my videos right before I post the live stream, you might get some extra bonus in there. So there you go. Congratulations to both of you. Well done. All right, so what else do we have going on in there? Okay, so talked about the T-shirts, the new subs and shout-outs. I've got all of those new subs in there. Let me just go over the last few that I know that I just let's see. Oh, you know what? I think I put them in the... Darn it, I think I put them in the other thing. Anyway, nonetheless. Darn it, I think I erased some other. I think instead of copy pasting, I cut paste, and now I lost them. Anyway, there's a few guys that were in the stream last week. I had some guys in there that was in the stream last week that were not in the bingo, so they are this time. And I have them. Let me just pull up the bingo list at least, and I'll tell you who I added. Oh, and also, is it Dave Baker? It was Dave Baker. Dave Baker, if you happen to be in the house, I told you that your number was G8. And I kept referencing the G8 Summit. However, there is no 8 in G. So your number, that number was actually B8. And TIGERAN PLAYZ already has that number. So I gave you B1, sir. So while I've got these out, I'm going to go ahead and shout these out real quick. So you guys have your numbers. So B1, Dave Baker. B5, Everything RC. B8, TIGERAN PLAYZ. B9, Barry Campbell. B15, Michael RAJCA. I-16, RECK'EM Roy. I-19, 2ERC. I-20, King Joffrey. I-23, Timothy Nelson. I-26, Wild Bill. I-27, Jerry Johnson. I-29, David Barnes. I-30, Boss 223. Then in N, we have N36 is JCB67, N37 is Musky Bob, N39 is Eric D. Johnson 74, N40 is Brian Ford, and N43 is Free Range Chicken. And then we have G, so G47, Randy Butterfield, G49, Dennis Farley. Dennis, you were one of the ones that I added. I drew a ball and got your name on G49, so that's your number, sir. G50 TNRC Pilot, previous winner as well. G52 RC Roland, G54 Girls Rock Metal Detecting. Are they in here tonight? I'd love to see them here one time, because I'll share a review of their channel as well if they do. G57 EQRC, G60 KBRC, and then O61 Shadow Ops, O66 Steve Prater, O68 Jeff in Lower Alabama, O71 Thomas M, and O75 Beeson Corey. So there you go. Those are the names. I'll just go ahead and minimize that here. All right, so that's what we have going on. So we will be doing a bingo here shortly. Hopefully somebody will win, because God, it was a real bummer that nobody won last week. That sucked. As a matter of fact, I just added some. I thought there was something on my shirt. It's one of my little laser lights. I'm a dork. Anyway, so so speaking of that, so when we do hit 500, and we're like at 458 or 456 or something. So thank you so much, everybody, for helping out with that. That's great. Unfortunately, we're not at 500 just yet, but when we are, that plane is still over there, getting ready to go. But I think I have come up with a way, because I think if I print the names out on little strips of paper and then ball them up, I think I might, depending on how many we have, be able to fit them in something like this, which would be perfect to be able to mount and then, you know, have a hinge door or whatever, cut it so it just drops out. That might be cool. So I think that's the idea. However, I think I have the plane that we're going to use to do that, regardless whether I use that or something else. And let me go ahead and bring that out, because that happens to be the box that's in the back over here. Bear with me. Excuse me, prize box. All right, friends. Here we go. We're going to do the guessing game again. Bear with me. All right, we're going to play the guessing game again. We played it last week, and who was it that won that? Who was it that won the 5 extra ones? Last week I had it on the list, but I accidentally deleted it, so I have to look at my backup list. But anyway, so here we go. Here's the box. Anybody that can guess what's in this box, which I am going to use as the vehicle for helping to draw that name that's going to win the F-15. So I'll give you guys a couple of minutes, or not a couple of minutes, but a couple of seconds, so that you can put in your guesses. RECK'EM Roy, I like what you're thinking there. I do have the Carbon ZT-28 behind me, but not in front of me, sir, so there's a hint. Bloody huge, all right. No screen. Yeah, there's not. Yeah, you can't see nothing but what's in the screen here. So let me see if I can do this. I will move it to my chair. Ooh. All right. All right, so I'll just move it to the chair here. All right. I'll even give you guys a little bit of a hint here. Can you see what I got going on here? There's your hint. Who's got a guess? Tundra, Arrows Husky, Turbo Timber, Sea Mafia, never heard your number. Okay, bro, I'm gonna make sure we get you in there tonight. Remind me when we do the bingo, okay? So I'll put you in there last second. I'll just pick a number that I know is open. All right, anybody? Anybody else? All right. All right, you guys are... Susan. No, she doesn't come till two more months. Anyway, Jeff in Lower Alabama, you're in the house. HK Mule, the new one? Is that what you're saying that is, Jeff? Huh. Is that because I made a comment about it on your channel about how much shipping was to get it here? Well, what's that? It's the Bush Mule. That's right, version 2. This bad boy is going to be the one that we use to drop the names into whatever target I have. Could be a plane box, could be a hula hoop, who knows? I'm not sure. bear with me as I dispose of this. All right, good deal. So there we go, fellas. The bush mule, or as I like to call it, the beautiful. Let's go ahead and cut her open. Let's give everybody at home now. I've seen some really great videos of unboxings of these, so I'm not going to really go through all that, but let's Oh my goodness, fellas. Look at that. What a beaut. Dual engine. Snap-on wingtips. Oh, this thing is a beaut. So there you go. That's going to be the vehicle that we use to drop, because it has the bay door in the back. And it also has a side magnetic hatch door, which I'm super excited about as well. And it comes with skis. So this will be the one when we hit 500. We maybe will do a put this bad boy together video. Sorry, you probably can't hear me too well. Anyway, we'll put that bad boy together once we hit 500, and then from there we'll discuss what we're going to do. All right. I know, right? Now, Tug Hill, since you mentioned about, the nice new smell of the plane, when I do my intros on the live stream, I talk about how my show is the #1 for a reason. Why was me enjoying that dumb? I'll give somebody five extra names in the hat if you guess it. All right. Let's go over some of the things that we've got else going on in here. Obviously, we're going to have to do... yeah, I will, Mr. Nelson, as soon as, get a chance to... Oh, for the plane, yeah. The problem is that I noticed that this microphone that I'm using... great microphone. A little Walmart job, of course. But it's a directional microphone. So as soon as you walk away, I'm sure you didn't hear me when I was over there. So I got to keep that in mind. So anyway, okay, so fun socks. Doing another round of fun socks today, everybody. All right. The V2 has got a lot of upgrade. Yes, it does, boss. The videos of that thing are beautiful. So here's the crazy thing. So Jeff's from Lower Alabama, his channel, his live stream 2 weeks ago. I ordered it while we were still talking about it because I knew they were running low. They were already out in the States. I had to order it from Hong Kong and had to pay for it to get it from Hong Kong to the States and then from the States to me. I got that mofo in 5 days. 5 days. I got it the Wednesday before Jeff's next live stream. Like 6 days. Ridiculous. Crazy. Okay, so here's fun socks time, because you know me, I'm a fun socks guy. Speaking of that, let me show you my fun socks for tonight. I think these are Rolling Stones, the famous lips and tongue. That's what those are. So these are SpongeBob related socks. Look at these. Very nice. Little Squidward action on there. Very nice. I can wear these to church. These are nice. All right, cool. So there we go. Fun socks. Anybody else that's into fun socks? There we go. A couple of SpongeBob and Squidward pairs going on my feet. All right, so what else do I have in the box over here? Oh, pretty exciting. I want to show you this too. I got this little fun thing in. Excuse me. Damn COVID. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I've never had COVID. All right, so here we go. I want to show you this because I got it for this bad boy. Let's see if I can show it to you. Oh, and by the way, I got this from Hobby Burger. Hobby Burger, and they give you a sticker, so you gotta love that. Let's see. Hobby Burger. Bam! Hobby Burger. Alright, so please check them out. This is just some 3D print stuff, which really I could have just had my buddy do, but look at this blower motor extension, the pipes that come out of the hood, and as well as the additional fuel tank. So I'm gonna put these on this bad boy right here. And I also have some truck sound equipment, so I'll put that on there too, and give it the old growly sound. But yeah, like something like this maybe. Look how hilarious that is. That's awesome. So anyway, thank you, Hobby Burger. I appreciate that. Although I bought it from you, but still, I appreciate the sticker. That was pretty cool. Oh, and a Hobby Burger pen. Oh, guys, got to order stuff from Hobby Burger. A nice business card, a nice pen. I got it off of eBay, so look for Hobby Burger on eBay or Hobby Burger at probably hobbyburger.com or something. Anyway, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, hobbyburger.com. I was right. All right, cool. So there you go. Very nice, yeah. All right, so I just want to do that. That'll be fun with on that Gen 8. That Gen 8's a fun little truck. Speaking of that, if you guys, like I mentioned earlier, if you didn't happen to catch that, I'm going to be doing a premiere video at 7:15 tonight. What is it, 6:26? It's 7:15 tonight, so about 15 minutes after this live stream ends. And it's a little 8-minute video, I think, of me going to the storage unit today. So if you think what I have behind me is a lot, you may want to get yourself a bucket to puke in before you watch that video. Whew. Anyway, all right, so video scavenger hunt did that. New plane unboxing did that. Already talked about that. Collaboration project. Okay, so collaboration project. Those are coming along pretty well. I've got some pretty decent interest in that. I think the one that we may be leaning to at this point, if anybody's interested, is getting an RC plane to land on a moving RC car. We might start off with UMX size first and then work our way up from there. But I know mine will involve pool noodles, that's for sure. So, but if anybody's interested in getting into a little challenge with something like that, and we can, you know, just see how long it takes and how many attempts it takes, and, you know, winner wins, bragging rights kind of thing. So anyway, I think that's the one we may be looking for. So if anybody has an RC car that can, you know, maybe catch a plane while it's landing, your choice of plane, your choice of car, that might be pretty interesting. So let me know if anybody's up for that. Pardon me while I do the sipperooski. And even if you guys don't want to do a specific collaboration on something like that, if you think that's a great idea and you just want to do that, and then make sure that you hit me up when you make that video so I can make sure to watch it, because I know we'll be working on that. Also, I was at Walmart today, and I have another collaboration idea if anybody's into this. Right now it's spring, so of course at Walmart all the sidewalk chalk, bubbles, water, you know, all that. But right now you can get the $10 styrofoam snap together airplane, that, you know, the glider that's like this. It's all white. You can put the cool stickers on it, and just, you know, just a free fly glider. So that's a one to do a flight test type thing on, where we turn that into an RC plane. And I'm sure Aerospace Matt probably has already done that in his video. Would be surprised. And then, so that would be fun. And then also right now, if you go, or at least at my Walmart there was, the giant plastic bowling set with the ball and everything, okay, for little kids. It's Fisher Price, I think, or something. It's $20 for the whole set. RC car bowling, using a car to move the ball to knock down the pins. So if anybody wants to run out to their local Walmart and get that set, I already got a set. So you'll be seeing those videos coming soon. And if you want to challenge me and actually play a game of bowling, that would be awesome. So anyway, yes, I see that Boss 2223 Aerospace Matt. I did that. Yeah, of course you did. I knew it. I knew I love that guy. Shadow, you're off. Okay, bud. Well, I appreciate it. You know, this is after dinner with Dave, but you know, you're on the West Coast, aren't you? So probably just before dinner with you. And you got the in-laws in town. Yes, sir. You got a free pass. Sorry you won't win tonight if you happen to win in bingo, because you won't be here, but you got to be here to win for bingo. But have a good night, sir, and thank you so much for attending the show. I appreciate it. So, okay, so Aerospace Matt, if you have done that, I will be going to check that video out later. So, because that's perfect. And if you have done that, then I will be definitely getting in contact with you on how to make that happen for me as well. So that would be cool. All right, so talked about that. Also had a couple of comments still. People asking me about like the camera that I put inside the plane. Now, that other plane's in the house. I didn't bring the cockpit out, but you'll see in the video that I said that I put a piece of metal on the chair there, kind of thing. That piece of metal, because this little camera that I use, the Insta360 Go, is magnetic on the back. So I just put a piece of metal on the chair. Well, that piece of metal, again, I'm just a reuse it instead of lose it kind of guy, but that piece of metal is actually a little metal wrench that you use to pry drone props off, like small drones kind of thing that don't snap or screw on, they just push on, so you just pry it off. But it just happened to be metal, and it happens to be almost the same width as the camera, so I just hot glued that into the plane, and then snap, there goes the camera. So there you go. And then I also had a question with regard to how do I get the canopies off the cameras, or off the planes without snarfing up the plane, the whole deal. Well, first you get a finger going, and then if you can get a toothpick or something like that to help get up underneath there, just enough. And then from there, what I use is something like really like a thick business card. I think to actually get the canopy off the F-15, I use the actual dry erase markers, the paper card it comes on. I use that part because you want to use something that's semi-stiff but not too stiff to actually snarf your foam. So cardboard works good. Sometimes these are a little flimsier, but to be honest with you, this hobby burger might work good. But really, once you do that and you can get your fingers under it, then you just kind of just slowly work it off, because it's just that little white gummy glue that you see that they put on servos and stuff sometimes. So you just work it off, and then that's how you do that. And then sometimes it'll pull up little pockets of foam because of the painting, or at least it looks like it, because they paint it, you know, with the canopy, I guess, on or whatnot. Because there's no, once you pull it off, it's just bare foam under there. But so that's how I do that. So there's a couple of comment backups as to how I do such stuff. And then with the F-15, the Aeros F-15, that thing flies so good. All the leads, the the servo leads, you know, they don't come out very far. And I saw somebody on one of their channels, they had the actual receiver like in front of the battery kind of thing, up underneath the canopy there, up toward the nose, and I couldn't get those things to go that far. So I used a AR636B, I think it came out of an AeroScout, to be honest with you. And I just plugged all that stuff into there, and then I just put some hot glue on the top of the actual receiver, and then I just mounted it right where the back of the canopy is, and just mounted it right to this roof there, so that the battery goes up underneath it, and it's still level and flat. It's just not glued on the bottom, it's glued on the top. So that's how I did that in the F-15 that I landed yesterday. So it seemed to work pretty good, and Safe worked on it, so that was pretty cool. And I had, I think I had 185 and 70% rates, no, just straight rate, no, you know what I'm talking about, softening it up, whatever that is. I can't remember. I don't use it, so I don't know what it is. So anyway, so that's all that. And then so that's good stuff. Are you going to do some more repair videos in the future? Yes, as a matter of fact. Thank you so much for asking that, Tug Hill, because I had somebody ask me about how do I, in my AeroScout video, where the AeroScout is black, and I had a couple of carbon fiber rods hanging off the wings with two cameras way off the wings kind of thing. And then I want to say I had like 4 or 5 cameras on that plane, and it took off finally. It finally took off, but that was a pretty interesting video. But there's a lot of carbon fiber on that body itself, and somebody asked me how I did that. So yes, I will be doing another video similar to that, but basically bottom line is I go to the hobby store and I buy the thin, not the round, but the thin flat carbon fiber, and then from there I put it on the exterior of the plane, normally with hot glue and paper tape on both sides kind of thing. And then that way, if it does go down or if I need to take it off and fix it, I haven't drilled holes in the plane or anything like that. Again, the hot glue and the paper tape, once that hot glue sets into that paper tape, it turns into a flexible fiberglass anyway. So you put that carbon fiber rod behind it on your fuselage or on the wings if you're going to do something that's got a ton of weight on it or something. You know, and then the flat ones are perfect for things that are, you know, perpendicular to the ground. The round ones are best for things that are horizontal to the ground. But if you're using them on the side of the fuselage, the flat ones are perfect for that too, because you're just trying to keep it from flexing. So once you put them on both sides, hot glue, paper tape them down, and then do your paint or whatever. So that's how I did that. But speaking of that, yes, I just picked this up at the hobby store. Every time they have one, I go pick one out because I love turning planes into Navy planes. So anytime I can find myself a Navy decal set, and I think this is what, for the Trojan or something like that, the Park Zone Trojan, if I'm not mistaken, but $5 for all these decals that I can put on any plane that I want to customize. Yes, so this will be coming too. And speaking of that, with the new Dave It Yourself shirts, I also, of course, everything's Dave It Yourself, except for I didn't make the shirts. But I will be making my own stickers and stuff that I'll be sending you when you win stuff. And I got a circle cutter for that, so that's new. And speaking of circle cutters, speaking of foam repair, check this out. The last one they had. This is a circle cutter for foam board. So you can make perfectly round windows, perfectly whatever. So, there you go. Fun circle cutters. Who knew that circle cutters would be fun at this age? I'm pretty excited though. Alright, so we did fun socks. We did some of that new stuff. We did the motor thing. We did the batteries. Again, with the batteries, why would I need 2 of those? That's coming up next week. Eric D. Johnson, how you doing, sir? You gave you a shout out there earlier. Tug Hill, you're always repairing people's planes. You know what? Let me mention why I use hot glue. Here's a good example of why I'm a hot glue paper tape guy. I had some stuff that I got at the hobby store. It was some of that foam tack type stuff, the hobby store brand, the clear stuff, and it dries clear, blah, blah. I put that on one elevator on the back of the F-15 that I flew the other night. Taped it down, put the alcohol bottle on it, the duct tape on top of that, upside down, all that to hold it in place. 6 hours later, that mofo was still loose. I'm like, wipe that junk off. Hot glue, boom, hold it. 8 seconds later, done. And that's how that plane flew yesterday. The stabilizers are hot glued on, the elevators in the back are hot glued on. So all that stuff is hot glue and paper tape. Not any paper tape, but definitely the hot glue. So I don't use any of that foam tack because it's not reliable. Hot glue is quick. Yes, it is, sir. And as long as you don't have it on the wrong heat, you won't melt your stuff. And, and if it is going to be too hot for the foam, you're going to put it on. Again, paper tape does wonders as a pre-layer first. On the foam, you're worried about melting with hot glue, then hot glue, and then paper tape over that hot glue or whatever you're about to hot glue to it so that those two paper tape things stick together, and then you won't have any foam melt. So that's another reason why I use paper tape. And again, the dollar stores or the Dollar Tree is probably best for that. Although Dollar General's starting to come out with some of their stuff too. So anyway, that's a couple of follow-ups on how I do those things. So yes, again, if I just want to give that shout out, if you guys want to watch a video, I guess a little 8-minute video at 7:15 after this show tonight. You'll get a chance to see what I was talking about all the stuff I still have in storage. And then, yes, we'll be interested. Next week will be not a plane week, although I probably will, I'm sure, eventually have another plane of some sort show up. So, yeah, it'll still be plane stuff. Yes, sir, hot glue is good for pulling dents out of cars. It sure is, sir. And if you wanted to do that, keep this in mind, fellas, that to get the hot glue off the car very quickly, and you may have seen this on old Peter Sreeple's videos because his dad used to do body work like this, is that you use what is it, Brian Ford, you know, out there, you use, it's not acetone, it's is it acetone? It may be acetone. I think you just pour a little bit of acetone right behind it and it pops right off like it's a magnet on a fridge kind of thing. I think it is acetone, but yeah, so I think that's how you do that. So yeah, so we'll get into that. So yeah, so the batteries will be the reason for next week's video. And that is going to be that it's going to kill me all week to not actually unbox that thing that I got today. But I'm very excited about it. And then after I do unbox it, you'll be very excited about it because, of course, you know me. Peter got you into RC planes. Peter's the best, man. I mean, he's awesome. What a great guy. Hopefully I get a chance to meet him someday. That would be awesome. EQ, how are you doing, sir? So good stuff. But so the reason I bought this next thing is because if you've seen the area that I fly and you see those other guys doing the dragsters and stuff, let's just say I have enough room out there. So I'll be exciting. Nope, can't chew on that. All right, so where are we at? 6:39. Let me go ahead and do this shout out for the bingo one more time, and then at 6:45 here we'll do bingo, because if somebody wins, I'm going to have to fit in some time for me to do my dance. All right, so here we go. I'm going to shout out your name again, so if you hear your name, write it down. If you do not hear your name, tell me immediately after this, after I call out the names, and I will get you added on there. All right, as a matter of fact, I'll move this over so I can watch the live stream at the same time, hopefully, so you guys can shout it out. Okay, so here we go again. So B's, here's your B's for bingo. So B1, Dave Baker. B5, the previous winner, Everything RC, Liam. I say Liam at the end because there's a couple of Everything RCs out there. B8, TIGERAN PLAYZ. B9, Barry Campbell. B15, Michael RAJCA. And then we get into the I's. I-16, WRECK'EM Roy. I-19, 2ERC. I-20, King Joffrey. I-23, Timothy Nelson. I-26, previous winner, Wild Bill. I-27, Jerry Johnson. I-29, David Barnes. I-30, Boss 223. What is Peter's last name? Peter. Have I said a Peter yet? Boss 223. Every time you send me to somebody and they send me it on there, I put them on here. So if you don't hear one of your friends' names, let me know. So where was I? That was B and I. Okay. So here we go to. Did I do I's? WRECK'EM Roy, King Joffrey, Wild Bill. Yes, I did. Okay, so N. So N36, JCB 67, N37, Musky Bob, N39, Eric D. Johnson, 74, N40, Brian Ford, N43, Free Range Chicken. And then we got G's. So G47 is Randy Butterfield, G49, Dennis Farley, G50, previous winner, TNRC Pilot, G52 RC Roland, G54 Girls Rock Metal Detecting, G57 EQRC, G60 KBRC, O61 Shadow Ops, O66 Steve Prater, O68 Jeff in Lower Alabama, O71 Thomas M, and O75 Beeson Corey. All right, so go ahead and put your name in the stream here if you did not hear it, so that I can give you a number. I missed my number, Eric D. Johnson. Not a problem, my friend. I can just scroll on up. Eric D. Johnson, your number, sir, is N39. Nancy, 39. I never heard my number. Tug Hill. Ooh, you're right, Tug. All right, Tug, you're right. So I tell you what, do you have a choice? Would you like a B, an I, an N, or a G, or an O? I have space. I'll even let you pick. You just let me know what letter you want, and I will pick you a number. Have no number. Randy Hardy. All right, Randy. You as well, sir. B. Tug Hill. B. All right, Tug. You are going to get B2. Right after Dave Baker. So we're going to go Tug Hill RC. All right, who else we got in there? Mike SSI. Yes, you do, sir. Put your preference in the thing if you have a letter that you prefer out of bingo. Like Tug Hill would like B. Randy Hardy, you as well, sir, if I don't hear from you. Just pick one, Randy Hardy. Okay, N33, Randy Hardy. N33. Randy Hardy. You got it. All right. Getting better. Okay. I still need mine. C Mafia, you do. I'm just going to go ahead and pick one. Just speed this along. C Mafia, you are O63. All right. Mike SSI, you like I. You got it, buddy. You are I-25, Mike SSI. Mike SSI is I-25. TIGERAN PLAYZ, you're on here, I think, my friend. Yes, you are B8. TIGERAN PLAYZ, you are B8. Tim Nelson. Yes, sir, you are I-23, sir. B2 Stealth Bomber, you got it. Randy Hardy got it. And then who else did I miss? Mike SSI, correct? Or did I just give you that? You wanted I? Yeah, I just gave you the I-25, okay. Anybody else? You got it. Anybody else? It's 6:44, so at 6:45 we're gonna roll the bingo ball. We're gonna roll the bingo ball. So if you didn't hear your name and you want it on there, let me know. We're gonna even spin the prop balancer of luck and see how that goes. All right, so 6:45. Let me go ahead and turn on the sorry, friends, prize box lights aren't working, I guess. I don't know what happened. Anyway, all right, let's get ready to spin. Windy and rainy here. All right, anybody else? All right, here we go. I'm just going to give him a good shuffleage. Make sure there's not one in the hopper. Roll those balls. All right, first one out of the hopper. Here we go. Here we go. And the number is I-26. I-26. Who's I-26? Guess who's I-26, everybody? Wild Bill. Wild Bill, previous winner, just won again. Wild Bill, are you in the house? If you are in the house, claim your prize. If not, we have another roll. I'd love to send you something else as well, sir, but I'd also like somebody else maybe get a chance to win. Although I have no problem with that. If you won, if you're here, Wild Bill. All right, everybody, count him down. 20 seconds. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Where you at, Wild Bill? 8, 7, 6. Wild Bill, where you at? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Access denied. All right. There's another ball in the hopper. Who is it? It is I-21. Oh! Dang it! There's nobody on I-21. Son of a... Access denied. Dang it. All right. Dang it. Dang it. Gosh, I got some cool stuff in there tonight, too. Oh, one ball just fell out. One ball just fell out. I didn't try to roll it on purpose. One ball just fell out. We're getting a mercy ball. Mercy ball. Don't nobody leave yet. Mercy ball. We are sitting on G54. G54. That is a winner. However, I'm afraid I have not seen Girls Rock metal detecting in the stream tonight. So Free Range or Dennis Farley or whoever brought Girls Rock over here, I think it was Free Range if I'm not mistaken, you need to tell her she just missed out on the roll. This is G54, and that is Girls Rock metal detecting. I told you I would have loved to have seen her in the stream, and she would have loved to have been here tonight. G54, Girls Rock metal detecting. All right, well, she'll get another shot next week, I guess. Back in the hopper. Gosh dang it. I know, it's like Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you? We got some prizes for you now. But if you're not here, I pour a tear. I got no prizes giveaway now. Oh, no, 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 no. All right, that's enough Tito's Tangerine. Anyway, so there we go with that. So, I got some really cool prizes in there, too. You know, I'm just going to go over some of the... No, I'm not. No. God, I really want to go over some of the prizes. I got some really cool stuff in there. Trust me. But, so anyway, so there's that. Gosh darn it, I didn't get to do the dance. I did do a little Scooby-Doo song, but, you know. I know, classic, right? Classic Scooby-Doo. Just like my socks from last week, which were the, Roadrunner and, was it Sylvester? And the Roadrunner? No, Sylvester and Wile E. Coyote? I think so. Anyway, fantastic stuff. So yeah, friends, so that's what we've got going on. So I've got some new projects coming with that. I'm going to put the cool stuff on there. Now, since this is 3D printed, of course, it has some little grooves and lines in it. But I did see some really cool videos about how you smooth this stuff out by using, I believe, again, it is acetone, if I'm not mistaken, by kind of just setting it in a vessel with acetone below it, but not touching it, and just the fumes melt all of this smooth. So I may try that. And then once I do that, then I'll go ahead and give them some neat detail. But I think right now, just on top of the truck, I mean, with the big blower motor right there, it's below the roof, so it won't get busted up when it rolls. I may go ahead and cut a hole in that hood and mount it up from underneath there, kind of thing. So And then once I put the truck sounds in there and all that, that'll be pretty cool. But speaking of pretty cool, so one of the reasons why I like that Gen 8 so much, because it's got those portal axles. But when I went to the storage unit today, I got out my TRX4, which is still in the box, but that's the one that I did the Umbrella Corporation Resident Evil scheme on. It's got like the actual virus all over it. It's got zombies, and it even has like a couple of the zombie cops kind of things. So I'll be bringing that back out here and doing some of that crawling down there in the gulch down the street where you saw me do the Gen 8, where that place is just awesome. That is just the most awesome place for crawlers down there. So TNRC just posted this video of the Kingfisher with the easy lights on it. Good, sir. Thank you very much. I will definitely go check that out as well. I'm very excited about that. If you guys watched Chay's stream that he just put up there, I apologize. It's the Russian plane. It's the MiG, I think it was. But he had his easy lights on there. So it was good to see there, too. I didn't give those to Jay. He bought those himself. But it's good to see that folks are picking up on those because those things are just badass. There's just no other way to put it. Jay could probably attest to that because, they just charge up. You put them wherever you want. I just use paper tape and hot glue on them. Just kind of stick them on there and just rip them right off. And, it doesn't do any damage to the plane or anything. Unless you have it pre-painted. If you have it, not pre-painted, but if you have it painted over, it will take up your paint because of the other stuff. But yeah, so I would definitely check that out. So that's very cool. Thank you so much, TNRC Pilot. That's awesome. I'm good to hear. And then I had love to see that. And of course, unfortunately, old Wild Bill didn't win tonight. No, Eric, no winner. I know. I've actually been working on some moves from a I don't want to spoil it for you. I don't want to spoil it. It's let me just say I'm in like the third class. The lady is not very kind to me, but it's only because I have like 2 left feet, I guess, or 3 right feet. I don't know how that works out. But anyway, I'm gonna soften her up. I'm gonna make her some brownies or something. She'll be all right. But yeah, right now, third class has been pretty rough. But anyway, I'm working on my dance moves for, prize box time. So no, unfortunately not. No winner tonight. I know, I'm as bummed out as you are. And we even pulled what? 3 balls? So, I mean, just wasn't in the cards for tonight, kids. Just wasn't in the cards. But this prize box, again, I don't want to show you what's in it. I'll give you a little preview. Let me just preview. I'll just lean it toward the camera a little bit. Just to show you. This mofo is loaded. Loaded. And I got some of these really cool metal earth things. Like this is like the Corsair. This is the F-22 Raptor. These little metal models that you put together. Yeah, they're in there too. Yeah, I got all kinds of cool stuff in there. So I'm very excited about all the cool things in here. Oh, here's another thing. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but here's a little automated pod that you put your phone in and it follows you while you move around. That's in the prize box. So yeah, and of course, the old wire LED strips that go on my planes and all that cool stuff. So yeah, just so you know, the prize box does not suck. And, if somebody asked me the other day, why is it that you're just giving stuff away? You're just like, just trying to buy votes. I'm not trying to buy votes. I'm calling it foamlanthropy. Hey, it's in the Dave scenario. Look it up. Yeah, foamlanthropy. That's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to spread a little love and a little care and a little kindness to anybody that could possibly use it. And if you want to be involved in my channel, that's all I ask, and I will, reward you as much as I possibly can in the most fun ways possible. So I greatly appreciate it. I need some gift cards for a therapist. Yeah, me too, C Mafia. Let me tell you. Every time I talk to my therapist about, hey, I've got this foam problem. Like, yeah, I think they think I have like go to foam parties. I'm like, no, I don't even know what those are. But there's Everything RC in the house. Hey, bud. Yeah, we were talking about you earlier. Everything RC also was kind enough to put David yourself on one of his Traxxas cars. I think I mentioned that before. Everything, I'm going to send you some actual stickers that I'm going to print out. And when you get these stickers, just so you know, when you get these decals from me, I printed them out on my printer. I cut them out with my circle cutter, and you're going to get peel-off stickers that you can put on anything you want if you win something from me as well. So again, that's a Dave it yourself thing. I could have somebody, I could just buy them offline, but again, it's all Dave it yourself. It's the hand, you'll also get a handwritten thank you note, so it's just the stuff that you don't see much anymore. Everybody's a texter, and like I said, I'm kind of an analog guy in a digital world, so I don't mind still relaying some normal decency and such. So yeah, very cool. So I really appreciate everybody being in here again tonight. Really good stream. Looks like we had 23 guys in here tonight. I really appreciate that. Make sure everybody hits that thumbs up if you don't mind. I just appreciate your presence. YouTube appreciates your thumbs up. So if you don't mind, I'd appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. So thanks again to Jeff in Lower Alabama, Boss 223, C Mafia, Brian Ford, Aerospace Matt, good to see you as well, C Mafia, Tug Hill, Musky Bob, Tim Nelson, WRECK'EM Roy. Oh, you guys, some good group in here. EQ, very nice to see you as well, sir. Oh, speaking of EQ, Eric, loved your little video of walking around your hobby store, your local hobby store, and I thought it was so funny. I don't know if anybody else caught this. I thought it was so funny that like you asked her for her permission to film in your store, but then as you're doing it, now the phones are going off. So now like whoever's like in the back watching the cameras is like, oh, this guy's recording. So she was like, I know, that's cool. He's putting it on his YouTube channel. So when I was at my hobby store today, I asked my hobby guy, the guy that owns the store, the same thing. Hey, can I film in here sometimes? And he was like, oh yeah, sure. And he goes, how many subscribers you have? You know, he was probably a little underwhelmed when I told him it was under 500, but I said, well, we're getting there, so we'll see. But yeah, so we may see some of that, but you'll see some definitely some interesting video if you want to catch me for the premiere video I'm putting up at 7:15. So that's in 18 minutes from now. So we'll end the stream here in a few minutes, and then let everybody take a bathroom break, water break, whatever you need break, and then if you want to catch me on that, I'll be glad to text you back and forth in the comments there for that. And like I said, it's just a little 8-minute video of me going to the storage unit and loading up that van. So thanks again to everybody that was here tonight. I greatly appreciate it. Is there anybody else in here I missed that for saying thank you to? Because I greatly want to say thank you to every single one of you, if at all possible. And if I miss you, it's not on purpose. And I know that Shadow's gone. King Joffrey, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I know Shadow's gone, but thank you as well for being here tonight, Shadow. Tim Nelson, yep, RC Roland, RECK'EM, Musky, yes sir, C Mafia, very nice. Such a great group of folks in here. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody. And it was good to get a chance to chat with everybody during Ryan's stream the other night, and of course during Jeff's stream. And you know, hey, if I'm ever, and I want to tell you this too, you know, it's not like I have social cue problems, but if I'm ever in a chat that you're running your stream on, and like maybe I'm promoting my own stuff too much, just because I, you know, just because, you know, self-promotion, that's just how it works. But if you don't like that, you can just always put in the comments rhubarb. We'll use that as the safe word. How's that? So if I'm ever in your stream and I'm doing something you don't want me to do, just go, hey Dave, rhubarb, and I'll back off. No problem. It's not like I'm, you know, doing a huge push, but you know, if I put up something cool, you know, I do want to give this F-15 away. You see what happens when I can't give stuff away. So I really want to get to 500 so we can give this thing away. So that's what that's all about. So yes, so tell your grandmas, your mothers, your brothers, your sisters, anybody that's ever watched a YouTube video. Ask the lady in the grocery store, hey, have you ever seen YouTube? Oh yeah. I need you to subscribe to this channel, and please tell them I sent you. And then, you know, Aunt Ethel's Pretzel Barn, Tug Hill RC Center over. Okay, Tug, you get one, you know, whatever. But that's how it works. So Aunt the Pretzel Barn gets a name in there, and then Tug gets their name in there again, and then if Pretzel Barn wins it, they'll probably end up giving it to Tug. You know, whatever. That's just the thing. I'm not saying that you know somebody that owns a Pretzel Barn, Tug. But anyway, so here we go. We're getting ready to end up here at 6:59. So if you don't mind, thank you so much for showing up tonight. I greatly appreciate everybody's time. I hope that I put together a somewhat interesting and fun show with a little bit of something different that you might normally see, and I hope you looked at it Sunday nights after dinner with Dave to get that little fix. So if you guys wouldn't mind catching up my little premiere video coming up in about 15 minutes here, that would be great as well. I'll be glad to chat it up for you for another few minutes, and then also let me know what you think about kind of also want to stretch this show a little bit, just because sometimes I have a lot more stuff I want to talk about, especially when I want to unbox something. You know, I'd suck up the whole show just doing that kind of stuff. But let me know if you guys would be up for maybe, you know, an hour and a half show on Sundays. I'm still cool with an hour. If not, it's fine. We'll just, you know, I'll just save all that other stuff for separate videos. But I normally try to put up at least 1 or 2 videos a week, and then from now on during the stream, I will ask some questions about those videos. So to throw your name back in the hat some more. So here we are, friends, 7 o'clock. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much again for everybody being here tonight. Thank you for your subscriptions, your views, your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes, all that good stuff. And until next time, I am Dave, and this is the Dave It Yourself channel, and I am out of here. Nice. another good show. Great group of folks.